Hey guys, now in today's video, we are going to be talking about the easiest swing trading strategy you guys can use to start making money from swing trading and trading in the stock market. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. And if you want to learn more about swing trading and how I find these stocks with opportunity, the scanners and my strategies and how I handle emotions and all that stuff, check out my school, the Swing Trading Masterclass. And the great thing about it is we have private live streams, we have a group chat, we have quizzes, lectures, everything you guys need to be a successful swing trader. Now, if you are new to the channel and you're like, who is this random guy on YouTube? My name is Carter. I've been a full-time swing trader in the stock market for over 6 years. And guys, we're going to be talking about the strategies I use and some tips and tricks so you guys can start making money from swing trading in the stock market. So guys, let's jump into this here. So in order to be a successful swing trader, the first thing you guys are going to need is a broker. The broker that I've been using is Moomoo. They're absolutely fantastic. They offer great charting. They offer great scanners, and I'll put a link to them down below. So if you guys want to sign up, you guys can get up to 15 free stock just by signing up. So check them out down below, but let's jump into this here. So with swing trading, what I really focus on is using small base hits. I'm somebody that I don't expect to buy a stock at $1 and see it squeeze up to $10. I find that very unrealistic. I personally would rather take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% returns and then just compound that over a year. I think that's a great approach, especially for beginners, because it gives you a very realistic goal, of 1-2%. You can do that all day. Now, the thing that separates a successful swing trader than a non-successful swing trader is education. The more you're going to learn, the more you're going to earn, especially with trading in the market and using your losses as opportunity and lessons rather than just losses. I really think that's what separates a very successful person just in general, is looking at failure as not something bad, but just as a learning experience. So make sure you guys, a little tip that I would recommend is documenting all your trades. I do sell a trading journal. I'll put it down below, but you really don't even need this. You just need a journal or a notebook where you can start documenting your trades, looking at what goes right and what goes wrong. But let's jump into the strategy here that I love. So the strategy that I really use here, this is a stock that we are actually continuing to hold, and this is ticker symbol ARES. ARES, one of the reasons I love it here is you guys can see it does have heavy support along this line. So what that means is each and every time it hits this, we get good tendencies of getting buying pressure, right? So on top of that, what we have is resistance near and around this line. So now we have support, which is buying pressure, and resistance, which is selling pressure. So now looking at this stock here, where would you want to buy it? Well, you'd want to buy it as close as you can to this bottom line, this support line. Now, in my opinion, I always think it's smart to use a lot of other indicators before you determine if you should buy a stock. So one of the indicators that I love here is what we call the RSI line. So the RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. It pretty much tracks momentum. Now, you guys can see that the stock was trading when it was actually on that support where we bought it was near and around a 38 on the RSI. The last time it was trading for 38 was right in here where we saw the stock go from 127 all the way to 137. So now we're having a lot of indicators in our favor. What we have is an upward trend. We have support. We have undervalued on the RSI. So the last thing that I always do here is looking at the MACD. The MACD line is it's an indicator used for entries and exits. So what we look for is when this orange line breaks up through the blue line, that historically does represent a good opportunity to buy a stock. Now, you guys can see it breaks up through it, and then when it breaks down through it, that historically represents the best time to sell. Like right in here where it broke down through it and then followed by that was a good amount of sell-off. And then when it broke up through it, you guys can see it continue to rally up. So now we have a stock with an upward trend. We have heavy support, we understand where the resistance line is, but when do you sell? Do you sell at resistance? So for me, I think there's two approaches you can take here. One is just selling at resistance and just moving on to other opportunity. And the other option is to draw out a trend line. So you guys can see this nice good trend right here where it hits it and we get some good buying pressures. So for me, this is where I'm going to continuing to set my stop loss. So if the stock does just continue to rally up, we're going to catch a lot more runners. Now, the bigger issue with doing this is normally what we see a tendency of happening is it actually, continuing to rally up. So this is a great option to really catch these runners and possibly make more money. The only downside to this is what I was getting at is you could miss out on buying at peak or selling at peak top, right? If we do get some turnaround when it does dip down, yes, we would have missed selling at the peak top. But in my opinion, I'm willing to take that risk here just because, I've never lost money taking profit. So my job as a trader is to make money. And so I definitely would easily take a 4% return all day long. So guys, very simple strategy here that you guys can do. Stock with an upward trend, sold off down to some level of support. And the biggest thing here that I would highly recommend, if you don't have a notebook or trading journal, is to write out your checklist for your entries. I do think that's incredibly important here because it makes you really be dialed in on what stock you're choosing, and you're not just buying random companies here. So this is an easy strategy that I've been using for over 6 years to trade full time. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. And guys, right now we're still doing the 4th of July sale with code America for 50% off for the school swing trading masterclass. And then this is also $10 on Amazon. So check it out, invest in that education. And this is a very simple strategy you guys can do to start making money. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.